everyone. So today at World Routes, I am with Surabhi Rana, Head of Air Service Development at Noida International Airport. Thank you so much, Surabhi, for joining me today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I guess my first question to you is, would you please start by introducing yourself to our audience, please?
Hi, I'm Surabhi and I head the Air Service Development at Noida International Airport. This airport is a 100% owned subsidiary of Yamuna International Airport Private Limited, which is being promoted by Zurich Airport International. We have got a concession for a period of 40 years to basically develop and run this particular airport. We would be coming up with a capacity of 70 million by the end of phase 4. We are due to commission our airport by the end of next year in 2024 winters with a 12 million handling passenger terminal capacity.
So how would you say business is going for Noida International Airport at the moment?
So right now our major focus is on the delivery of the construction. The work is happening in a fast-paced manner over there.
Yeah.
We have like close to 6,000 plus workers on the site working 24/7 because as you can see, the delivery timelines are quite tight.
Yeah.
In parallel, we are also working, in terms of closing our key concessions to ensure that the airport is operationally ready. In parallel, we are working with our airline partners to see, how the air service network is right in place when we start our operations.
Sure, okay, so it's promising, yeah.
Yes.
So how have things been since the pandemic? Are you making a good pandemic recovery?
So actually this entire project has been the baby of pandemic, I would say.
Okay.
Reason being, our entire terminal, not the terminal, but actually the entire airport design actually happened, with the people seated remotely. So I would say, majority, almost 90% of the work that was done, it all happened remotely during the pandemic. Right now, beginning 2022 and, when we started seeing people coming to the site and started working. But I would say it's the effort of the people, the thought process, everyone, coming together and making it, achievable. That's something that we are focusing upon, and that has helped us in, navigating through this challenge.
Of course, and it must have been challenging conditions to develop a project under the pandemic. So
of course,
impressive.
Of course, because our concession agreement got signed during the pandemic.
Yeah, it must have been hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, impressive. So, in terms of planning for passenger numbers in the future, what are your expectations?
So we want to deliver a world-class airport.
Yeah, of course.
And with world-class airport, it's not just the infrastructure, which needs to be up and ready, but it's about, the type of passengers that can fly in, what type of air connectivity that can be built in this market. And that's the most important thing, because that will help in influencing, our other key projects and our overall, the revenues, the positioning of the airport, etc. So the focus is that how, we can build in having an extensive domestic connectivity, followed by, building the transfer capabilities for this airport, while we are coming up with the state-of-the-art infrastructure. But then we want to utilize this particular infrastructure for the airlines to basically build efficient bank structures from here. So transfer is another area that we are working closely with our partners to see, how this can be achieved. And then that will help in influencing our overall international traffic growth.
Yeah, understood. Okay, thank you. So what is your route development strategy for the coming years? Are you looking to add more of the same type of travelers, or are you looking to expand into new markets?
Definitely, as an airport, we want to keep on improvising in terms of the overall passenger profile. But if I just take a step back, in India, around 70% of the traffic still flies to the traditional markets of the Middle East and Southeast Asia. So definitely, as a focus, we would like to, encourage traffic in this region. But we would also be happy to evaluate with the airline partners to see if we can explore some of the virtual routes, within 5,000 kilometers or beyond that, because that will help us in giving, some advantage, some competitive advantage, if I have to talk about. And as we grow, definitely the attempt is to see, bring in more different quality of passengers to the airport to help, in making us, a much better choice compared to other airports.
Of course, yeah. So, are there any upcoming commercial projects happening at Noida International Airport that you could tell us about?
Yes, so like I mentioned, right now we are in a phase where we are basically tendering out some of the key commercial properties, whether it's the duty free retail, lounges, etc. So already the tenders are out for that. In some of the cases, the concessionaires and the vendors are already finalized.
Sure.
But this is a critical phase for us, because we need to finalize, all these partners at the earliest, so that we match the timelines of our project delivery.
Okay, got it, yeah. And so in news, you've partnered with the likes of CETA and Amadeus in developing software and operations. What qualities are important when you consider supplier airport partnerships?
So one of the critical things for us is, the quality of, the deliverables. Okay. So we are placing a very, very, important focus on the technical evaluation criteria. That's why you will see that we are partnering with the best in the industry. Just to give you an example, our passenger processing system has been awarded to Amadeus.
Wow.
In India, it's their first project. Our overall EPC contract has been awarded to Tata Projects. They're the ones who are developing this particular airport in terms of the airport construction.
Sure.
And likewise, we have other partners on board to take care of, the key processes and the key infrastructure.
Yeah, of course.
So the idea is we work with the best to ensure that we don't face challenges in the future. We deliver a project that is world class, that matches the needs, or I would say exceeds the needs and the expectations of not only the customers but also of our stakeholders, who at the end of the day are going to utilize the entire service and the infrastructure.
Absolutely, yeah, that's good. And for my final question to you is, in your long personal experience with aviation, what has been one experience that you have remembered and that's been unforgettable?
Oh, there have been many, I would say. But, typically in the airport industry, when it comes to the air service development, the thought process is, it's just the airline who will decide this entire, route network, and airport typically don't have much role to play. But I'm happy, with the type of work that has happened, that, I have done with, in support of my earlier companies and the current company. The entire notion has actually evolved. The notion has completely changed. That, it could be the other way around.
Of course.
Airports can actually influence the airline decisions to help in growing the overall air service development. And it's not just limited to the route development side of it, but of course, there are other aspects in terms of the demand generation as well, where, airports can actually work closely with the airlines.
It's developing more as a partnership than anything else.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, it's, the partnership that we are talking about. It's not just driven by one person. And by the way, we are super excited that we have been given the IATA code as DXN. So officially, everyone can call us as DXN.
IATA recognized.
Yes.
Thank you.